Jasmyne and Vince.
The JasVynce Show.
The JasVynce.
Every time I come here, I am abused.
Are you Emily?
Basically.
What is going on, and welcome to a brand new episode of
The JasVynce Show. I'm Jazz.
And I'm Vince, and we're here to talk about Married at First Sight, Season 17.
I don't know what episode we on.
I believe this is episode number 13, my love. Episode
5,1100.
5,1100.
That's what I'm going with.
If you've been catching up, exploring intimacy at an altitude. Ooh. If you're coming back to us, please, thank you so much for taking the time to join us once again. Please make sure that you
like, comment, and subscribe.
If you haven't done so already, we really appreciate that too, so you can know when we post some more videos. All right, we're a little late today. All right, but let's get into it. The couples get creative in an attempt to deepen their connections. Ooh. But when one wife speaks her truth, her husband is left blindsided. The countdown to I do begins for the last pair as the groom wonders if the second time will be a charm. Will it?
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so. I'm rooting for Michael and Chloe, right? Thought they would do awesome.
I thought her name was Chelsea.
Chloe, don't do that.
I was just messing.
Don't do that.
I knew that.
Right? So we took a week off because Jazz absolutely hates that Journey So Far episode. But we did watch last week's episode.
That's not why we took off.
Well, before we were here for the Journey So Far episode.
Were we?
Yeah, we were. We watched it.
I don't recall.
But then last week, we were able to catch some of the episode, with more on Chloe's preparation in her marriage to Michael. But we were traveling, obviously, thanks to the best travel agent on the planet.
It's me.
Best travel agent I know. Please make sure you stay tuned for those vlogs from Jazz that will be posted on this channel. And if you need yourself some traveling, please make sure you take the time to book the best travel agent. All the descriptions and stuff is in the description. All the info if you want to book.
In the bio.
It's in the bio. In the description. In the description. All right. But let's get into these wonderful, wonderful couples. I can't even call them wonderful anymore, honestly.
They're horrible.
Can't call them wonderful anymore. First, I have Emily and Brennan. You want to talk about these wonderful? It's my one adjective.
The only thing I really want to talk about is Emily is a goof.
She is a goof.
And the goofs are goofing, okay?
The goofs are indeed goofing. Shout out to, what's your podcast?
Getting Grown Podcast.
The Getting Grown Podcast.
Love them.
They touched on Big Ed for some reason from 90 Day Fiance, but they didn't talk about Married at First Sight. Last time we saw them, they were arguing in a hot tub because
he was about to pass out.
Your mans couldn't answer. Is that what it was?
He said he was about to pass out, and she was like, suck it up. She was basically saying that he was faking it, but I think he might have actually been about to pass out.
Your man's was feeling the heat because he don't know how to answer questions correctly. We have so many assumptions about who this guy is because he don't seem like to appear as the person he is. But when they talked, he was caring when she was talking to Dr. Pia or sharing things about each other. He thinks that she's sweet, but for some reason they can't get along. Like they always beefing. According to After Party, he was stomping around, throwing stuff.
Apparently, she was drunk too. That's what he said on the one After Party.
I can see that.
I think that these two. So I wanted to be Team Emily, but I feel like she tried Keisha, and I don't play those games.
Ooh, okay? Can we talk about Keisha?
She basically, what did she do?
I just want to say, Keisha Knight Pulliam.
She'll be an expert.
We're gonna put a petition out. If you know how to start a petition, I might have to go to petition.org or something like that. We need Keisha to be an expert. If it's an extra expert, something has to happen. As a host myself, I gotta give her props for the way that she handled Emily's emotion, defensiveness, denial, like without getting upset, staying on topic. She said, "I'm not the
enemy."
Staying on topic, letting her know, over communicating to say, "Hey, look, I'm not trying to pry. I'm not trying to be in your business." this is the show where we talk about what happens after behind the scenes. You've been here before, right? You're still wearing the pink. This is the show that we talk about the tea, girl. Let it out. Let it out. Real quick, I had some other notes before we dig deeper. They did get to talk about intimacy and their younger selves. I didn't take any notes for that really, but I do like that they do that. Gets a little corny after a while though.
It's very corny.
And there was a scene where I think Brennan was talking to one of his friends. Jazz said he don't talk to his friends like that.
What did he say?
Yo, what's good, fam?
He said something. I was like,
what's up?
This is the most seasoning we. It was funny because
he said like, oh, what's happening? What's up, bro?
Oh no. He said, "What's up, my guy?" That's what he said. And then they
That's
flashed to the camera.
That's my thing.
They flashed to the guy, and the guy looked like he's a librarian. I was like, this man don't talk to him like that.
That's his guy.
This is a hired friend because there's no way that's how they interact.
That's his guy.
That guy looked like he ain't never said my guy in his life.
Hey, it happens.
But yeah.
I did want to touch on a positive. They did go on a little soccer date where she revealed that she was a soccer captain in high school, college, maybe, who knows. But I realized the thing that I noticed was that he's always impressed by her athletic ability. They had a Pilates class that they did. I'm sure they've done a couple other things. And he's like, oh man, that's so cool. Oh man. And then like he tries to beat her at stuff. He tries to be competitive.
She's better than him. It'd be like that, you know.
She better, you know, sometimes.
Sometimes she just be better.
So I'm thinking that it's possible that, because he stated that he didn't make his teams in high school. So I'm thinking that maybe he's a wannabe jock. Like he was a jock at some point, maybe in elementary school, played football.
It's not classified as a jock.
Little league or something. No, that's what I'm saying. But he was leading towards that and tried out for all those things, but maybe didn't make it. So I don't know what he does for a living, but maybe that's what happened. Maybe he was like, oh, I want to be a jock, because he gives off like, oh, I'm chilling unless we're talking about sports attitude. And that seems to be the only thing that excites him, even though there was clearly allegedly a big argument right before that.
He gives me like I am a controlling husband, because Vince was like, no, I think he's just chilling. I'm like, listen, this man is so calculated. Like I don't give him credit. Slow to open his mouth that I know he's thinking about how is this going to present on TV. Everything goes back to that, and that's a lot of people have been saying that who you present on TV is different than who you present behind closed doors. I don't think that's just. I think that's the case across every single season. Yeah. But this is an extreme version, and I can see his wheels turning before he replies.
That. Everybody has that at some point, I feel like, or some people on the show more than others. I do see some of the wheels turning, as you said, but I didn't give him credit for being that calculated. But his answer is definitely, when he does talk about something, it is kind of curated, it seems like. Not curated enough, though. Going into their meeting with Dr. Pia. She wants to know, do we think Brennan is being defensive? Jasmine?
King defensive. But also, Keisha pointed out a good point.
Go ahead.
That Dr. Pierre asked, like, do you feel safe? And then Emily said yes, but then she says she didn't feel safe.
Why?
So I'm like, you're complaining about this man not opening up to you, but when you have the opportunities to be honest, you're saying the opposite.
With a professional mediator in the room.
I think that Emily thinks because she's never been in a relationship and she's supposedly giving of herself so much that it should just be automatically reciprocated. But I'm gonna give Brennan a little bit of credit. I don't like neither one of them, to be honest, but he did open up. What did he open up about? He lost somebody. Oh, not having a close relationship with his sister.
That's right, he did.
And Emily just tossed right over that. Yeah, and I was like, that is opening up for real. Because people don't talk about their relationships like that, especially being that close of a person to you. That was an opportunity, but I think that she only can see things through her lens, and she's not really as open as she thinks she is.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Therapy for all. I don't know wherever my gavel is. Last thing I have on them is in the meeting with Dr. Pia, he says that he feels like she's not validating the things that are going right in their relationship. She's picking out all the negatives. How you feel about it?
I kind of agree with him a little bit because he was saying like he needs them to acknowledge what they agreed to and before she's like, oh, we're doing this instead.
I had to get the...
And I can't stare at her in the squint. At first, I understood the squint, but when she squinted at Keisha, again, I don't play.
It's
those
like I will
games.
hop through this TV.
I don't play those games. What we're not gonna do, and then I feel like she Karen'd her because once Keisha checked her professionally, then she cued the tears. I'm like, oh, so you want to come for her, then she corrects you and tells you, hey, this is my job, and then you want her to comfort you. Black women, we can't do it all. Pick a side. Like, do you want us to do our job and you just have an attitude and be coming for her, and then when we come back, then it's a problem? But then I gotta comfort you too? Like, that's too much.
It's too much.
Kudos to you, Keisha. That's all I'm saying.
Kudos to Keisha Knight's Pulliam. And her fit was nice too on that, because I shouted out a couple times. I was like, oh, look at, I like the clothes. Right? Next up, I have Becca and Austin. If I can find their stuff. Becca and Austin still seem to be doing the best, technically, out of all the couples. So
I liked the fact that she had the idea to do the photo shoot.
That was hella cute.
To show him. I like when they show what they both do and what they're passionate about, but like using his friends and their kids. And I could tell like Austin was super turned on by the fact that she was so good with the kids. And I'm like,
I want to hear some dirty talk.
Is that all it took?
I guess so. I mean, she's just doing her job. You know, that's what she does.
I mean, how do I say this? She was basically herself completely, but
absolutely.
With a kid.
Absolutely.
I feel like you're like that.
She's in her passion.
Kids like you, and you be like, hey, but you're basically yourself.
Yeah.
And she was herself, so I was confused why he was so surprised that she was good with kids.
Hey.
Especially if it's her job to take pictures.
I hope that got his loins
stimulated.
Yeah, something like that, because clearly he needs some time.
According to Emily, it didn't. Emily is overstepping for me.
Snap.
Because in the after party, they were talking, Austin was on there and they were talking about how, like, remember when Becca came in the room and he had the candles and all the, like, it was romantic or whatever. And she was like, well, you didn't go as far. I'm like, I'm sorry, Emily, were you in the bedroom too? Let me know.
She was underneath
She
the
was
bedroom.
Ear hustling.
She's underneath the bedroom listening for the squeaks.
I don't like her. She gives me crab vibes because her relationship is not working. She can't point out what she's doing wrong, but she can point out everything else in somebody else's business. Mind your business and stay in your apartment. And also, why would they have their apartments on top of each other like that? It should have been more spaced out.
I would also agree with that. I would have to agree. Last time I got to see Becca and Austin, we saw them chatting with their parents, with his parents. I thought that was a nice little cute visit.
His parents had completely different energy too, because I remember before he got married, the mom was like, I don't think you're ready for marriage. And this conversation was completely different. And I don't remember like us hearing from his dad before. I thought his dad was really nice.
Not sure.
And welcoming.
I was like, I think those are his parents. They got like similar eyebrows, I guess. On their visit with Dr. Pia, he said in regards to the intimacy, he needs to get out of his head more. I think that's probably something that's holding him up.
I think he need to get into his head.
Get into
the head, if anything.
Obviously, she suggested foreplay because that's something that will excite her definitely, and hopefully get him more out of his head. And at one point, I think they were asking about like how frequently they had sex with their past partners.
No, they were asking how frequently they would like to have sex in their
He marriage. Said he's used to like once a day or once every other day or something like that. And then I'm surprised she didn't say that right then and there. I was like, really? I guess.
He said he would like it.
You talking about like high schoal or college? Like,
I don't know.
Cause he don't seem like he says he moves slow regularly. So I don't know.
Somebody said he got ED.
Someone,
I was screaming.
Someone has said that.
I'm like, that's not really my business. I don't need to know all that. But I think that he may be one of those people that has maybe he might be very devout and we don't realize it. So he doesn't want to have sex with someone, even if it's his wife, until he's in love with them or like really committed. And I can respect that. But we all knew that Becca from the jump was very sex positive.
She's mentioned it a couple times. At least
so they need to figure something out.
They were not crying about religion this episode, thank goodness.
Thank you.
But yeah, they did receive a sexy care package, most likely from Dr. Pia or the producers or whoever, and he put it to good work. Or the producers or somebody put it to good work.
Oh, Emily, that's what Emily said.
She snitching.
She said she not snitching. She don't know.
Snitching.
She said there's no way Austin set up all of that bedroom candles and stuff by himself. I'm like, why are you so worried about their bedroom? Mind the business that pays you. Hydrate and mind your damn business.
She's not minding her business, and she might be a little dehydrated as well. I always love the care packages because it gets them into their intimacy. They did like a blindfolded obstacle course, which I thought was cute. He led her around. They got to talk some dirty stuff, and he likes it when she talks dirty, apparently. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you like obstacle courses, this is a shameless plug to come out to Rugged Maniac.
Yes.
Get your tickets at ruggedmaniac.com if you enjoy a 5K mud run with a festival after party hosted by yours truly. Right? Again, mud run, free beer, all types of fun stuff. Bring the family. Ruggedmaniac.com. All right, let's move along. Only other thing I have was there was a song playing in the background when they were doing their things. And it said, "Lay it down on me. I can't get enough."
Listen, they've been doing much better with these song choices. I don't know who's doing this. This is it royalty free or
that
what?
Was, yeah,
it's something. But
that was the one note that I took. I was like, "Oh, they getting freaky or about to." Hopefully.
I don't think they got freaky. That's what he said.
I have Cameron and Clare on here, but
all we got is Cameron that developed the heart condition, and he thinks it's because
that's literally I put heart surgery.
Yeah, he thinks that it's because of him.
The stress. Not anything hereditary because his father's in the hospital.
No, he said that. He said it could be hereditary,
okay.
but this may have made it go faster.
Absolutely.
But I think that is very I'm not trying to discredit him, but it's very weird that he said that his dad went through that when the mom and him separated. So I'm like, is that a coincidence or what? What's happening here?
I'm not sure at all. Cameron, we do hope you get well.
Yes.
Obviously, they're not together anymore. Don't know what's going to come of this relationship, but we do want to see them do a little bit better.
This season is a done for. We are really counting on Michael and Chloe, and I don't know how confident I am.
Yes, we are counting. Good segue. We are counting on Chloe and Michael to do a little bit better than all the rest of these couples. Of course, in the preview for next week, we do see Chloe get the last minute jitters. We're like, no!
Don't do this.
Don't do this to Michael. He seems like such a good guy.
But the experts made it a point not to tell her that he was previously matched.
When's she gonna find out?
I was praying to God that they, you know how they be doing the intros, and Michael's family would like you to know that he was previously matched. Hope you don't send him up. Like, I feel like the family always be giving the wrong information in those intros.
This is the second time we were visiting the altar in the last month.
Yeah, that would be so weird, but I do feel like it's going to be a weird conversation regardless, because even if it doesn't come up in the intro, when they go have that champagne afterwards, and what's your name? Where are you from? He gonna be like, oh yeah, so they matched me twice.
They
like,
talk.
How is she gonna feel about that?
They have to talk.
I would feel so weird.
I do feel like just from seeing her nerves on the wedding day, not to say that has a huge influence, but she seems so nice and bubbly, like positive. It was like they found somebody that was just like checked all the marks on like, oh, we can definitely like just throw her into the situation. She'll be completely fine with whatever happens.
I don't think so, because her friends and family was saying that she's very type A. She has been working on living in the moment and not doing the things that just check the boxes. Is what she was saying.
I get influencer vibes.
She's also,
hey guys, I'm over here at the wedding dress shop, and
she's 39. He's 41, I think.
He don't look 41.
I feel like they are gonna be the most mature. I like Michael. I think he's a little annoying, but I like him. I feel like I like her, but she looked like Haley from Atlanta, and that's making me nervous.
That's funny. She does look like Haley a little bit. I don't have any other notes about Michael and Chloe or any other possible members of the cast.
I would like to know how my girl Lauren is doing. Just personally, I don't want to see Orion.
I would like to know as well.
Yeah, so. And also, no, I'm not gonna say that, but yeah.
Oh, what? What you gotta say?
Nothing. That's it.
Oh, poor Lauren. All right. Yeah, I don't have anything to say about them. It looks like they do interact again. They keep showing her crying on previews that we don't get to check any details on. But anything else about these wonderful couples? You know how I feel about this season already. So it's not looking like it's the best situation in the world. But what are we gonna do? I was trying to find my Pastor Cal pick.
I feel like this stuff is starting to be undefeated with these failed marriages, man.
Undefeated. Yeah, there we go. I knew.
Yeah.
That's how I'm feeling about this. Would you like to get into some ratings, my love?
Everybody get a 0.
Ain't nothing to rate. Michael,
everybody getting a 0.
Michael and Lauren?
They ain't even met yet.
Chloe?
We don't do nothing to the... Okay, so this is my thing. I do got something.
Go ahead.
So Michael and Chloe are getting married. And then I swear it said 21 days till decision day. So I'm just like, how are they going to do this? They're not going to extend it just for them.
Is it going to be an expedited process, or are they just going to...
They have to give them 8 weeks.
They still give them 8 weeks, and then they film everybody's... Or no, they show everybody's decision in the same episodes?
I feel like they will, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. I actually do hope that they give them a full 8 weeks. Unfortunately, that means that
they already discounted
the other couples would have been, divorced within who knows. Who knows? It is a very shaky season. It's the first time that a groom has ever been jilted. It's the first time that they've ever had to renew the marriage and find somebody else. So we'll see how it goes. If you have any ratings for these couples, please feel free to drop those in the comments. I would say only couple that gets a actual rating, maybe Becca and Austin.
Yeah,
what would you give
50-50.
50-50. So 5? Mm-hmm. 5 up the block. Again, we always give ratings 1 through 10 of how the couples are doing and their success, compatibility, relationship, etc., etc. They haven't. They just haven't.
It's not
this season. It's really, really wild. It's unfortunate to see. But yeah, hopefully we can get some more out of them. Especially some positivity leaning towards that new marriage. The next episode is called New Groom. Who it is? Looking forward to that. Anything you're looking for?
They got some black producers or something. Because the music didn't switch.
We know they did.
Hold on, Crystal. Is it you, Crystal?
Shout out, Crystal. Crystal, if you're watching, please have us on the show. Let me host some weddings. Make Keisha an expert. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Anything else from you, Jasmine?
Nope.
If you've been watching this entire time, we appreciate you guys. Please make sure that you take the time to
like, comment, and subscribe.
Do that dance. If you're a hustler, do that dance. We will see you guys next time for hopefully what will be a really good marriage on this show.
Or at least a fun wedding to watch.
Yes. Speaking of fun weddings, congratulations to my brother and sister-in-law to be Miles and Karina. Peace. Oh no, sorry. That'll be a brand new episode of the JasVynce Show. Now, peace.
Jasmyne and Vince.
The JasVynce Show.